knew that there were so many, let's just say Haitian Muslim or Muslims, or even Uzbekistani Muslims, or Latino Muslims for that. They're like, oh my God. And there's, it's a diversity within the police department. It is huge. 50,000, at least 50,000 in their force. When you think about all their personnel, it's 50,000. It's like a little army. Literally, it's a little army. And if you guys come to this place here, I'm going to give it to you. The police academy, you will see how large their academy is now. This is a new state-of-the-art academy, gigantic. But you need to focus on how to engage. Well, some of the, I'm going to say it the best way, your friends or your other teachers, your colleagues, they didn't go through that experience, what these youngsters are going through, Yeah, I'm going to give you that too. And we actually pay for the busing, we pay for the food, per school, bring them in, bring them out. It's important, but to engage the youth, and especially, because sometimes they didn't get the opportunities, the kids. I mean, I never got the opportunity when I was in projects. If I would have seen this, I probably would have been an agent. I don't know, But that's what you have to change.
I got another question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you were meeting with the past mayor and city council members. Do you ever meet with any like the Department of Education?
Oh yes, we've been meeting with the Department of Education from the State Department and what's his name? Oh my God, Commissioner Banks, Chancellor Banks. He's somebody I know. I have his phone number, but he's also the one we were discussing because of October 7th, what had happened in Israel. So we were trying to figure out how to have the kids, I guess, to be not scared in schools, because that's what we were hearing a lot. Many of these kids. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're in touch with them, big time. Big time. You name it, we're done. We're in there. I mean, because we are like one of the largest organizations that is engaged with the concerns of the community. I literally, because of this, I know exactly what the community is looking for and what's happening with them. So there are four major things right now. It's the food insecurity, it's the housing, employment, and health insurance. And because all these 30,000 people that come to me, I can tell you that's the four major items at the moment. And it's across the board. It's across the board. It's not just relating towards Muslims, it's not relating just to Latinos or to Haitians, it's all across the board because that's what they're looking for at this moment. Housing has just been devastating. It's like, oh my God, horrible. Yes?
It's mostly people in this neighborhood, or like?
No, that's the funny thing. I mean, so it goes up to like, some people come from Queens, some from the Bronx, and when I was doing during the COVID, they came from all 5 boroughs. So it's majority is Brooklyn, but we do have Queens. We have some from the Bronx at the moment, and maybe a few here. There's from Staten Island. They're just coming in here for the service. I also have 3 attorneys on staff now. I have an attorney on staff. I pay him. Does all the paperwork for free for me. That is like, amazing for people. Especially a lot of individuals who are immigrants who need to seek the services, asylums, and all that. That's it.
So I have a research methods class, and they're going to be watching this later because they couldn't come because their class meets later than this class. And they had questions about how you do all your research. Could you talk a little bit about, here you have it in front of you.
So when a person comes into my office, they're given a form, what services they need. So depending on that, then we'll ask them. Like for example, I'll tell you, tomorrow's gonna be a food pantry line. So we'll ask them, if they're on the food pantry, do you have food stamps? Do you have EBT? No, come right in, we can get you this. They're filling in the forms, we're getting the information, we're getting the data, how big is the family. Do you need health insurance? I never thought of that. Oh, you speak a very little English. Would you like to have English classes? Yes, absolutely. free English classes. So these are the things that we add, and that's how we collect the data. That's how I know if I go through here, you know, I'm just picking, how many females are here, how many men come, what country their origin is, it's listed. You ask that question. You know, I got Mexico, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, South Africa, Morocco, you know, I'm just going down the list. I could just Yemen, you know, as you look. But that's how we're able to get the data. And I can tell, okay, this is what this community needs more, or this community needs less. The only thing is, I tell everyone to be cautious of the photo op leaders. Photo op leaders, because in all ethnic communities, there are members who are just a photo op leaders. They just want a picture with the mayor. They're not, unless they have a data like this. That's what I tell others. Make sure whoever you're seeking the services or you're getting the guidance or, you know, you have to have data. If you don't have data, then it's just, it's not good.
Yeah, there are so many organizations, for example, I've witnessed this, that's claiming to be helping students with scholarships, with this or that. And you ask them, well, do you have some information about like who you've helped? And they'll mention somebody, but there's never anything like you have.
Yeah, you need the backup. If you don't, I mean, it's just, I've learned. When I opened up, everyone wanted to partner with me. They were like, okay, and I went to their office. It's back in the corner of another office, and they're like, oh yeah, we know everybody. And I'm like, thank you so much. Just walk away. Because I don't want to be dealing with somebody.
Do people just like spread the word about this place?
Oh, big time. I mean, Instagram. Well, I didn't even know about Instagram. I mean, they just put it on Instagram, and you know, it's just word of mouth. A lot of word of mouth. I mean, I do advertise it here and there. You know, maybe we'll hand out the flyers. But like for this event, this flyer goes to all these organizations, and they're gonna hand it out. But majority is just word of mouth. They know they can come here. Like today, what we got? I got beef. I got a whole pallet of beef, ground beef, for tomorrow's food pantry. Oh, they're gonna love it. And chicken, and eggs. 3 items. These 3 items are like, oh my god. And when I have olive oil, I don't know if you guys cook or not, but olive oil is like, like that.
Did anyone have any particular questions that come to mind?
What are some examples of like what your attorney does, like what test for?
So most important thing is family reunification. So sponsoring the spouse or the kids of a person who's married to a citizen, they'll do that. For the seniors, getting them their citizenship application filled out, so they can become a citizen and vote. So those are the N400s in immigration. So there's a lot of those. And then if there's a situation with domestic violence, then we have other things that we take care of, which, you know, everyone says, oh, there's no domestic violence in my community. No, there is. There is. It's pretty bad. Including in our newish immigrants also. All the immigrants. Sometimes it's the worst.
Is there any, I mean, I'm asking, I guess, for you, but also anyone interested in medicine or health, like trends you see that might be unique to your community in far as healthcare needs?
So healthcare needs seniors. Our seniors that come in here, I have a nurse. So we have some, I remember some volunteers that come in, they just like, you know, work with the nurse. So to get this, what is that called? Experience or credit for how to, you know, you can't just touch a patient, you know? You can't just touch one of the aunties. You know, you have to be very cautious because of cultural competency. You gotta be cautious because many of these aunties, they have lived their lives. Whenever they even go to an event, they sit separate. Just like in the Orthodox Jewish community. You know, men sit separate. So even engaging, they rather have women, or they rather have, you know, less touching, contact. So yeah, we have them. The seniors that are here, you know, they do their blood pressure, they do all that. So person who's volunteering, maybe be assisting with that. Then NYU, we're doing a huge research projects with them. That's a huge thing. They came in, they did the vaccinations for the seniors and everything, so which was nice. And then other people, they came in to volunteer, which actually, no, a picture is 1,000 words. So if you're volunteering and you're with the NYU, it's the logo and everything, and you actually get a chance to even, you know, what's it called, interact. So you're actually getting the first-hand experience. Because that's what you need. I realize that big time. And I believe me, I bank on it. When I say I bank on it, I make sure you get me all the vaccinations I need for free. I'm not paying for nothing for my people. That's what I do. Leverage. They need the data. This is the key. They need the data. Because the data is going to show them what is the best thing to do, what's happening, what's the trend, like what you're asking. You want the data? Okay, get me all the vaccinations for my constituents. Great. I don't want it to be they have to pay $1 even. Give them goodies, give them goodie bags, give them this, give them that. That's how I do it. It's the best way. And I'm still learning.
Have you ever heard,
Yeah, go ahead.
you ever get any Muslims from like the Balkans?
Balkans.
Yeah.
As volunteer or as
like just looking for service?
I'm pretty sure. I do. I'm pretty sure. But I just can't, no, not, I mean, I'm trying to remember, I mean, which,
That's like Albania.
Albania, I cuckoo. Shipe. No, you're not Albanian.
No, I speak Bosnian. You ever hear Bosnian?
Bosnian, kako si?
Hey, that was
There was
impressive.
the, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yes, I do have that. How the hell did I know that? You didn't expect that one, did
I
you?
did not expect that. I did not expect that.
But yes,
Yeah, well, that is a good question.
that answers your question.
Yeah.
So my president, the board chair, he's Bosnian and Albanian from Montenegro. Okay,
That's what must be.
okay, so that's good.
You were talking about hate crimes and how so many different communities experience them. Is there a very specific experience that Muslims have with hate crimes that
All the time.
could you tell us a little?
Oh my God, our sisters and mothers and daughters, especially because of the scarf, they experience someone just like, even when they're walking by, somebody just like, they'll say something negative.
Right here in Brooklyn.
I'm sorry?
Right here in Brooklyn.
Yeah, right here in Brooklyn, it'll happen. The sad part is, it's just that, well, it's not the sad part, it's just that many of the women, they're like, this is always gonna happen, they won't say anything, they won't report it. They won't even fill out the form. But when they fill out the form, it makes a difference for me or for us, because then we can really, one of these forms, actually, I learned that it was what my daughter's form. I learned later. So she was pushed down the steps, her scarf was pulled off. Could you imagine the look on my face? I went right to the principal and everything, but it was like the end of the year, and the dean would not allow me to talk to the principal. And I was like, so I took this everywhere. That's where I went. I went, believe it or not, I just went ballistic on this issue big time. I was not standing back. I was like, hell no. So they have a Muslim hate crimes person now in the NYPD. Anytime I can make a phone call to the FBI. I mean, if the NYPD doesn't listen, I'll make a phone call to the FBI. FBI, I have Department of Justice, I will make that phone call. I will not stand back. If I know of a case, forget about it. I will not stand back. It really, but I'm glad I learned, and I'm still learning, but I'm teaching this model to others. That's what the engagement comes in. Come on, U.S. Attorney's Office and putting the engagement, it's needed.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak 4 maybe, but I can understand, not understand, I shouldn't say understand. I mean, I know bits and pieces of words because I hang out with a lot of, Albanians, Yugoslavians, Russians, Latinos, ay Dios mío, even Yiddish, Oy vey, it's a Jewish term. But anyway, Good. Alright. Please let me know if there's anything, you know, if you guys come to this, come by, check it out. Alright. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. I'm so glad.
Thank you for letting us.
Well, thank you, and let us know what we can do.